All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to YAHAWAH Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakakudash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, and I'm going to give peace, salutations, and blessings to the household of faith, the elect. All right, this is going to be a video entitled, Listen. All right, hair is not the glory of men. And I'm going to bring out a few scriptures, and I just want to address this topic of long hair, because this is coming back up again. And this has been a major stumbling block amongst our people. And as I'm gonna give you thus saith the Lord, as the scripture says. The scriptures condemn long men. I mean, slacking out long men, but men having long hair. All right. And I'm gonna start with that precept, and I'm gonna just give a quick testimony, and this will be a short lesson. But this is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. Isn't it obvious that it's disgraceful for a man to have long hair? Read that again. Isn't it obvious that it's disgraceful for a man to have long hair? All right, now let's look up disgraceful. Disgrace. Loss of reputation or respect as the result of a dishonorable action, to bring shame or discredit on. See, it's shameful for a man to have long hair. That's a shame, because long hair is for women. Let's read the next verse, verse 15. And isn't long hair a woman's pride and joy? For it has been given to her as a covering. You see? But if anyone wants to argue about this, I simply say that we have no other custom than this, and neither do God's other churches, churches. And this is this chapter is about order, because there was disorder going on amongst this church here in Corinth. All right, you see the title here is Christian Order. Verse 1, be ye followers of me, even as I am also of Hamashiach YAHAWASHI. It says Christ, but we don't use that word because it's been really polluted. And the vibration that comes with it is off. So in the Hebrew we say Hamashiach, which means the anointed or the Messiah. All right, so be ye followers of me, even as I am also of Hamashiach, all right, which is YAHAWASHI. All right, so he's trying to bring order within this church. All right, talking about the woman having the head covered, the man not created for the women. These people, these Israelites that were in Greece and Corinth, they were going off. You see, so again, going back to verse 13 or verse 14, doeth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? Now let's look at this shameful work here. All right, this is a damn shame, and I want to share a quick testimony. All right, matter of fact, I'm gonna let it play, and I'll speak. And like the brother said on this post, like the elders and apostles of GMS said, cut that fucking hair, Jake. Shaking my head, getting manhandled by a woman. You see this? Because this is what happened when you as a man got a long set of hair on your head. All right, you get into a battle, and now somebody uses this to their advantage, and they grab your head, and it's equivalent to them grabbing you by the balls. Now you're at their mercy. You see? Jake mask coming off his head, off his face. He can't even do nothing.
Lady, get your hands off of him. Get your hands off of him. Hey, get your hands off of him. Get your hands off of him. Yo, get your hands off of him.
She treating this grown ass man like a little bitch. Cause this is how when bitches fight, this is what they do. They grab each other hair. And this is exactly what look at it. Look at this, man.
Yo, his hands is off you. His hands is off you. Oh my God, bro. Yo.
And the Lord is making that happen to this nigga, man. The Lord is doing this to him.
No, you can't do it. No, you can't do it.
Yo. Go off my head. Go off my head. Go off my head.
Look, and as soon as he look like he about to strike her, here come the simps to the rescue. Let's go back. Did you see that?
No, you can't do it. No, you can't do it.
Yo. Go off my head. Go off my head. Go off my head.
Soon as he come time to get his bitch what she deserve, here come a little simp coming to Look at this, man. This is a shame. This is a disgrace. This is shameful.
I give a fuck what you want.
They look like two bitches out here fighting, man. If I just saw this right here, I would think these are two bitches right here. All right, so let me see how this goes. I ain't even watched the whole video clip yet. They both holding each other by the hair. Look at this shit. They both holding each other by their hair, man. Oh my god, this shit is a goddamn disgrace, man. All right, so that's what I'm saying. 1 Corinthians, we're gonna go back to that NLT, man. 1 Corinthians 11 and 13, 11 and 14, and it reads, "Isn't it obvious that it's disgraceful for a man to have long hair?" That was disgraceful, man. That was hella disgraceful. And that's why the scripture says the effeminate are not going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Now, these are Israelites, so of course they're going to still be, partakers in the fruits of the kingdom. But when we talk about inheriting the kingdom, we're talking about getting that, getting delivered on this side, not being touched to the second death. All right, being of that holy number, that chosen elect number. All right, the unrighteous shall not inherit that. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. And such was some of you. But ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, and by the spirit of our power. All right, because some of us was like this. Quick testimony on myself. All right, I started growing my dreadlocks when I was 16. Okay, when I was 22, 23, I had a dream. All right, this is before I came into the faith, knew anything about the Most High, knew anything about the Bible, knew anything about YAHAWASHI. This is before I knew any of that. All right, I'm still a nigga in the world. I'm young. You know what I mean? Smoking weed, all that shit. I had a dream that I had cut my hair, right? And the dream was so freaking vivid and clear. The very next day, I said, I was just moved by the spirit. I said, man, I gotta cut my hair. I made an appointment with my barber to go get my hair cut that day. And everybody saw, oh man, you cut your hair. Why you do that? Oh, why you cut it? And the only thing I was telling folks, hey, shit, man, hey, I had a dream and I felt like it was time to cut it. And I was telling them I felt girly. This is exactly what I was saying. I was like, man, I felt girly with that long as I had long ass dreads down, to the top of my back. Had been growing them for like 6 years. So it's like I just was telling people, man, I felt girly. I'd be in the shower, and, hair get all wet, and I'd be throwing it back. And it's like that shit started feeling really feminine to me. And I didn't even know why I was saying it, why I was feeling that way. But this is how I felt. I felt like it was effeminate, man. And the Lord, was with me through that. You know what I'm saying? And really, what we're going to find out, man, if we are of the elect, man, the Lord was with us, the whole time, bro. He was with us the whole time. I want to look this up. Define effeminate. See? Effeminate. Effeminate. There we go. Having characteristics and ways of behaving traditionally associated with women and regarded as inappropriate for a man. That's right. See, so long hair, man, that's traditionally associated with women. You see, and that's why it says, "And such were some of you." So it's funny how the Lord have us fulfill this. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures are living and they apply to us now, because that which is then is now. So a lot of us were like this. We were, like it says, "And such were some of you." Some of us had an effeminate spirit on us, because a lot of Judah, we was raised by single parent households, traditionally, not traditionally, but usually by our mothers, right? So a lot of us became effeminate by being around mothers and sisters and aunties. No men in the house, and if the men was in the house, and they was pretty much ruled by their wives, right? But a lot of us were adulterers and idolaters, abused ourselves with mankind, etc. And then we came, the Lord had called us out the world, and he sanctified us. So I got this this account here. Before I get that, because I had did a video, this video 2 years ago now, but it's entitled "Dreadlocks: A Major Stumbling Block Amongst Hebrew Israelites," and may Yah continue to guide. It's funny, we don't never say Yah, but these folks still be on the comment board, Yah this and praise Yah, and Jake just don't get it, man. So in one message, this guy says, "Came in two bodies, you speaking to my soul. I like your message." But then on another his comments, he says, "Dreads are not bad. Priests can wear them, and they should be polled every 7 years for a sacrifice. Cutting or to poll them every 7 years." Which dreads are bad, man. You see, he in his avatar, he has them. That's why he's advocating for him, because he has them. All right, he didn't post no scriptures, but this is a major stumbling block still to this day. You still got Jake that will do everything they can to defend this. And as I went through in this video, man, dreadlocks go back to the Elamites. When I said Elam, Elam, the Elamites. All right, which is who we call the Indians and the Pakistanis. All right, today, they had something called Shiva Jatas. All right, Shiva Jatas. Type that in. That's what these are, and one of their gods is Shiva. Shiva is one of the three major gods in the Hindu religion. Okay, and the funny thing about it that I learned is, as you see here, the difference between Shiva and the other gods is that Shiva loves his marijuana. You see that? So there's an actual spirit. Because if you notice, most people with dreadlocks, they smoke weed. You see where I'm going? Most people that have dreadlocks, you notice is always usually they tend to smoke weed, because that's actually an idolatrous spirit that they have on them. They actually worshiping. They got the spirit of worshiping this god Shiva, which is a heathen idol. You see, so yes, this is not priestly. This is not clean. This is very unclean. All right, because the heathen are unclean, and the law, statutes, and commandments are about sanctifying us. Separating us from the heathen and their god, and their idol worshiping customs. See, so Shiva, the dreadlock god of cannabis. So that opens up a whole new can of worms right there, man. And you got a lot of Jakes that's walking around here with dreadlocks in their head, smoking weed. All right. And Lil Wayne comes to mind, because I think that's one time because I used to idolize Lil Wayne, man, and I started growing my shit, trying to be like him, because I had the braids like him. Then he got the dreads. I said, okay, I'm gonna dread my shit. But again, that's why I say in 1 Corinthians 6:9, it says, neither fornicators nor idolaters. And then it says, as such were some of you. See, we was in the world worshiping these people, following after these idols, these rappers, these Michael Jordans and these athletes and shit. But I got one more story. All right, one more account real quick. And I want to talk about this is the account of Absalom, which was David's third son, and he was really known as a handsome man. He was known for his beauty, so to speak. And one thing about him is he had a long set of hair, and that ended up leading to the death of him. So this is 2 Samuel 18:9 in the NLT. It says, during the battle, Absalom happened to come upon some of David's men. He tried to escape on his mule, but as he rode beneath the thick branches of a great tree, his hair got caught in the tree. His mule kept going and left him dangling in the air. You see that shit? One of David's men saw what happened and told Joab, I saw Absalom dangling from a tree. So his hair got caught in the tree, and that ended up being the death of him. You see? So this is why, going back to 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter and 14, isn't it obvious that it's disgraceful for a man to have long hair? Because that was shameful. That's a shameful way to go out. All right. That's a shameful way to go out, man. So, Jake cut it out, man. Cut it, cut it, cut it. All right, cut it, man. You see, this is what happens when you got a head full of hair. Oh yeah, so let me share another quick testimony. So I got to scrapping with this dude. I remember when I was 19. So I had my locks, my dreadlocks, and I got to scrapping with my neighbor. This nigga stayed across the street from me, and look at these fools, man. And he had stole my puppy at the time. And so when I confronted him about it, we ended up scrapping in the middle of the street. And guess what happened? This dude had me just like she was holding him. He grabbed me by my dreadlocks, and he was able to get the one up on me because I had this long ass hair on my head. And as soon as he went and me scrapping, I ain't even think he was gonna do. I didn't think he was gonna grab my hair. I thought he was gonna just shoot me, the one, some hands just back and forth, like, what I'm saying, on some fair shit. But really, it ain't no fairness in when you scrapping, man. Anything goes. And so what he did was shit. It was smart. He grabbed my hair, and goddamn, I was at his mercy, man. You see, so hey, man, like the elders and apostles Jim has said, man, cut that fucking hair, man. Cut that shit down, man. Cut it off. Keep it short. Keep it simple. All right. And you can't go wrong with that. So I hit all my precepts. I want to go ahead and close that, man. Pray this was edifying lesson. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Until next time, I say shalom.